Hey everybody, it's Bobo the Vulture. It's time for more Let's Play Extreme Warfare Revenge. Well wait, I didn't want to look at our other workers. First I want to look at Axelot. Axelot needs a gimmick. We determined this. I am going to turn Axelot into a crazy punk. That seems like a good thing. Um, yeah, so there you go. Let's do that. I'd like to do one of those changes a month, so that's all we're going to do right now. So we've got one feud going on. Katsushi Takamura asked to have an angle with Gabriel. And what are their relative overnesses? 42 and 47. I like this idea. I'm going to allow it to happen. Feud between Gabriel and Katsushi Takamura. Wait. Start it. Gabriel, Katsushi. Yes. We don't know what's going on with this yet. Alright. Let's go back then. And there are no other real adjustments I want to make for the... Go ahead and send out promo tapes. I don't think you can get a... Check with the local networks again. I don't think you can get a TV show at this level. I think you have to move up to a regional promotion in order to do it, but let's go ahead and send out tapes anyways, just to be having a good time. And let's look at the events. Christmas Carnage should be, the 30th of November should be a Saturday, yeah? Yep, so there you go. 28th of January. Is that going to be? Nope. Saturday, the 27th of January. So let's go ahead and change all of the year's events. 24th. Saturday, the 31st. Fisticuff Royale will be the 28th. The Mayday Riot round will be the 26th. Solstice will be on the 30th. ID4, confusingly enough, will be ID28. The Anniversary Bash will be on the 25th. Fall Brawl, featuring War Games, The Match Beyond, will be on the 29th. Halloween Havoc is going to be on the 27th. The recently concluded Cornucopia of Violence will be on the 24th next year. And Christmas Carnage we cannot change yet. We will change it after we've had it here. So that's what's going on in our world right now. Whew. Once again, we are at 58. So let's hop into the first day of events. We'll look at the first day just to see what's going on. Well, you know what? They actually proved me wrong. I thought it was going to be GQ Smooth. Thought it was going to be GQ Smooth. Jafar! How could you, Jafar? At this rate, I really just need to start feuds just like a feud, and then I don't know. So Axel Law and GQ Smooth wanted to have a feud. I think they'd be pretty good to have a feud. So now it's going to be Axel Law and GQ Smooth. Let's start a feud between Axel Law and GQ Smooth. It already has more heat than Gabriel and Katsushi Takamura, but I guess that's to be expected since that feud hasn't technically started yet either. Oh, right. We're not doing any of this now. We are just skipping through the days. Tripping along. We're tripping balls, folks. I guess it's a good thing that we signed those two tweeners because otherwise, right now, our small roster would be making us look bad. I'm beginning to think that I should give all of my wrestlers bad gimmicks so that they lose heat. And that way I can keep them forever. Or at least until such time as I can get them into a written contract. Then I'll give them great gimmicks. Their stocks will rise to the moon, but they'll be stuck with me. And that'll be the way that it'll be. Doesn't that sound great? Ah, the month of December dribbles past here, and what do we have at the end of it? Why, the Wrestling Day event, after all. What else would we have? Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody. Christmas is done. Happy day after Christmas. Boxing Day, which is where we got Wrestling Day from. Although, wait, it's Christmas Carnage now. I forgot. We're not calling it Wrestling Day. I think that's right, right? That was the one that I actually got a suggestion for. Christmas Carnage? Yup. Yup. I also got the Roddy Piper Memorial, which I sort of get, but it also felt kind of weird to have a Roddy Piper Memorial when Roddy Piper is alive in this wrestling simulation. Simulation suit. Alright, let's see how many of my guys got hired away during the month. ROH fell to cult level. Owner-up Feinstein is like, you know what? Fuck this. I keep dropping back and forth, rising up and then dropping back down. They released Ikuto Hidaka. They released a lot of people. Let's see if they hire them all back. MLW Sunday's been dropped by USA. Wow, people. Things are getting real. MLW fallen to cult level. Victor Jovica is taking over control of ROH. Sean Stasiak has left. Swinger's left. Angel. Evan Courageous. Kid Romeo. Scott Vick. Due to management's cost-cutting measures, the Warrior has left. Monty Brown is gone. Boogaloo's gone. Louis Ramos, Matt Murphy, Taekwondo, Silver King. So there's a lot of movement going on there, but certainly none of the guys that we previously had under contract were freed up. Though I think Ikuto Hidaka did basically get fired and then not hired again. Please come work for us, sir. Yeah, that's kind of silly. The Sean capture. He uses that to capture Seans. Yep. 49% of its peak. It is not good right now, folks. Not good at all. So let's see. Axel Law versus GQ Smooth has a higher level of heat than Gabriel versus Katsushi Takamura. So there you go. These are both brand new feuds, though. Let's start them off right. Match. It's going to be a one-on-one single match. Axel Law versus GQ Smooth. There is no title on the line. The win will go to Axel Law, who is a punk. Axel Law is going to do it through cheating. Actually, is he going to do it through cheating? Yeah, he is. And the aftermath is going to be that they're going to brawl to the back. Because this is a heated conflict. And that is going to be a continuation of that feud. We're going to have a match here as well. This one is going to be the opener of our Gabriel versus Katsushi Takamura Hiroshi Matsuda match. There is no title on the line. Can you imagine if I had a title at this point? I would just keep giving it to people who would immediately leave the Fed. The winner will be, wait, not GQ Smooth versus Katsushi Takamura. Don't be ridiculous. It's Gabriel versus Takamura. There's no title on the line. The winner will be Gabriel. Gabriel's going to win cleanly because he's talented. But he's going to cheap shot after a handshake. It's going to continue their feud. Turns out that Gabriel just doesn't like handshakes. He refused the handshake last time out. This time, he's just going to attack somebody for the handshake. It's like, look, guys, I can see you guys aren't using Purell. I just really don't like coming into contact with you with my hands. I know I'm a professional wrestler, but it's just not what I want to do. Hmm. Who to make fight who here? Robert Thompson. Bet Robert Thompson would have a good match with Tommy Chill or Trent Baker. or Sanjay Dutt for that matter. Let's put Robert Thompson in a match with Trent Baker and see how it goes. This is a match. It's a one-on-one match. Singles match. Robert Thompson. Sorry, Trent Baker. Let's put Trent Baker first in there because he's the bad guy here in this situation. Robert Thompson. There is no title on the line. This is going to be a win for Robert Thompson. He's going to do it clean. And they are just, oh yeah, there's not going to be any aftermath here. Because we're just trying to make a good match here. We're not trying to advance any storylines right now. And here I'm going to have a match, a one-on-one match. It is a singles match. And I'm going to put Jarrell Clark in a match against Sanjay Dutt. I think they could have a decent match. I'm going to make the winner Jarrell Clark. Jarrell Clark will win cleanly. And yeah, no, nothing. Bad guy wins here, but it's alright. We're putting on a good match. I know Jarrell Clark is probably gradually losing overness because of a weak gimmick, but there's only so much a person can do about that. Now then, let's have a single worker interview with GQ Smooth. GQ Smooth. And his target is going to be Axel Law. And that is going to be a part of that feud. Now then, we're also going to have an interview here. It is going to be a single worker with manager interview. It is going to be Miss Tenille with Takamura. Is that right? Is that right? No. It's going to be a single worker with manager interview, and it's going to be Bruce Sanchez for Axel Law. He's going to be talking about GQ Smooth. And that is going to be to hype that match. Yes. That's starting to make more sense now. Then here, we're going to have an interview segment. An interview segment, a single worker with manager. And it's going to be Miss Tenille with Takamura. And their target is going to be Gabriel. And that is going to be a continuation of that feud. And this is going to be, see, the segments write themselves if you've got a couple of feuds going on at the same time. You're just like, I need to fit in a promo with this guy, and a promo with this guy, and a promo with this guy. Oh, what order do I want them in? Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, let's do it that way. And that is going to be to continue that feud. Now, having done all these things, I am going to do my favorite little throwaway. A diva angle. Since we go ahead and have Miss Tenille and Sanjay Dutt just hanging out. I like the way this show looks. It's got a lot of talents in it. Let's start it. Sanjay Dutt and Miss Tenille gained overness from that segment. Gabriel gained overness from that segment. Jarrell Clark is losing overness because of his weak gimmick, but it was a really solid match. And so, on balance, had a pretty good rating. Miss Tenille and Katsushi Takamura both gained overness from this segment. Trent Baker versus Robert Thompson, not a bad match. Crowd didn't care too much, but there's no drama involved in it. Axel Law debuted his new gimmick and it got a positive response. Bruce Sanchez gained overness, but it wasn't that great of a segment. It wasn't a great interview. Bruce Sanchez, I guess, still figuring out how to talk about Axel Law now as a new degenerate punk. Now then. Gabriel versus Katsushi Takamura. The crowd wasn't super into it, but it was a good match. So, excommunicator, 1, 2, 3, it's finished. Takamura offers a handshake. Gabriel accepts it. No! Gabriel levels Katsushi with a cheap shot right hand. He spins Katsushi around and hits the excommunicator. GQ Smooth gained overness from talking about this feud. This is not going to be our best show. Decent match, though. Crowd reacted, as you might expect they would. I guess 60% isn't... I mean, they're minor variances in how good and bad these matches end up being, I guess. Jarrell Clark and Sanjay Dutt work pretty well together due to their similar styles. I agree. Trent Baker wants to be higher up the card, so does everyone else. Delete all mail. What about Jarrell Clark, the Sanjay Dutt A? That's just a fact, Jack. Now then. We are gaining 61% per show. It's an interesting thing, isn't it? Happy New Year, everybody. Here are the top 100 workers. Anybody you recognize? Well, Jericho, same as ever. Christopher Daniels moved up. Any of our guys or our alumni? We shall see. CM Punk's in 37th. I would expect him to be higher up. Edge is a free agent right now. That's interesting. Felcher was, I believe, one of the first guys that we had to leave. I forget if it was him or Conrad or Anthony Bartlett Jr. that left first. But yeah, Felcher, he was one of ours back in the day. The fact that Edge is a free agent, I find interesting. Very interesting. There's absolutely nothing we can do about it right now. I could go to the world of other workers right now, walk right up to Edge and offer him all of the money we have, and he would not take it. This is close to the hometown of Edge. And actually, his stats aren't superb. He's a good brawler. He's a decent technical wrestler. He doesn't have that great of a high-speed skill. He's very charismatic. He's, what is his finisher at this point? The Executioner, all right? Yeah. Also, he would want 124 grand. He's friends with Bubba Ray, with Chavo, with Christian, with Disco Machine, with Devon, with Jeff Hardy, with Kurt Angle, legend with Matt Hardy. Okay, he's friends with the Hardys. He's friends with the Dudleys. They did have a lot of three-way tags back in the day. Trish Stratus and Val Venus. Well, there you go. He has a superstar look and a Fonz factor. And he does eye spots. Dynamite D has a Dynamite D. Yeah, that wasn't very good to say. I know. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm not that sorry, but I'm sorry, everyone. Evan Courageous is out of a job, too. He's a good all-rounder. He's known to be easy to work with. Hey, he would come work for us. He's an upper mid-card heel, but he would want 30 grand an appearance. Well, that message that we got there at the very end did not seem very encouraging. Got a rating for heat. Wait, did that say? Oh, it was seasons. I just thought for a second it said season beatings, and I'm like, wow, that's weird. So the union against all odds. Thanks for the promo tapes. We don't feel your shows would benefit our network. Wrestling Marvelous Future have announced this year's roster of touring workers. Shocker has an open contract. Robert Gibson will retire. Wow. ROH have a new TV show. Bruce Sanchez wants more money, so does Trent Baker. Kirk Melnick has left Canadian Golden Combat. Axel Law, Mr. Neal, they all want more money. Kip Gambling. So there's a bunch of sponsorship deals that are ending. We made 48 grand off merchandise this month. Superb work. Publish Image is proving every month. We are losing money too fast. We need to find a way to cut costs as soon as possible. Ah! How much money are we losing? 14 grand a month. It's admittedly not a great situation. Perfect world, we would not be down to 688 grand. Any new exciting interested sponsors? Nope, they're pretty much the same sponsors. Though Anya's weddings, again, would be nice to have. But let's view our existing sponsors. 7 months, 3 months, 7 months, 10 months. It is what it is, folks. It's not a huge deal. Hey, we managed to do a month. These guys had feuds going on, and none of them left. That's amazing, right? We need to build both of these up. There's nothing really to be said about them yet. I think those two will be good feuds. It'd be nice to do a mixed tag with all those guys. But it would cost us a little more money, and as is being pointed out to us, we are losing money every month, just to varying degrees. Let's visit the internet. We haven't done that in a while, right? You guys think about this as you watch this on YouTube, an internet website. Spiffy Sean Styles might be headed straight to the top. Spiffy Driver, the best independent worker in the world out there in America right now, is Taka Michinoku. He's pretty good. Adam Cage speaks out. KISS, the Postal Service, and EWR. Sure. Is World Extreme Wrestling in trouble? Is East Coast Wrestling in trouble? I don't know. Let's ask the coach. He's too busy foxtrotting. Let's go to Wrestle Circle. Triple Threat this weekend. Huh. Jamie Dundee, destined for greatness? Maybe. What about Midgety? Don't know. Sheerbop, Looney Lane, and Alicia. Alicia Sama. Alicia was not the name of the protagonist in the game Trapped, at least in the American version. They tried to call her, I guess it was Allura, but all of the dialogue was in Japanese, and anytime they referred to the character, somebody would say, Alicia-sama. So there you go. Done to return from injury, Robert Gibson to retire. Gato will be signing for a major promotion. Wrestling business, worst slump, Christopher Daniels to leave, Sarah and Jarrell Clark. Oh, is that so? Who is this Sarah? Why haven't I heard about this Jarrell Clark? Is it true? He's friends with Axel Law. Aw, these two guys, they're bros. They like hanging out. Should periodically check things like that. No relations found. Miss Tennille, are you seeing anyone? No. I guess I'll feel dumb if Axel and Jarrell Clark had a friendship even before this game started, but I believe, nope, that's just those two guys. They like hanging out in the locker room. They're buddies. I bet they would have a pretty good rivalry. They have pretty similar styles. Oh, you guys, they made friends. That makes me so happy. You don't even know. Robert Thompson. We checked on Sanjay already. Trent Baker. No relationships found. Tommy Chill, however, can be an announcer and is charismatic, so it's probably just as well to have him be an announcer. Let's finish looking at the internet. Because we're almost finished looking at the entire internet, everybody. ECWA, they're said to be losing money on a monthly basis. Who isn't, right? Bankable star. Frank Shamrock is their most talented performer, and Tony Mamaluke is their most bankable star in terms of drawing power. That's interesting. I would have thought Frank Shamrock would be a bigger draw than Tony Mamaluke, but that might just be me. 33 workers, 38 workers, 13 staff members, and a TV show. The 5 best announcers. Mike Tenay, Kevin Nash, DDP, Dan Wilson, and Steve Prazik. Okay. The worst offender, Wayne DeBruce. Okay. Who's the next guy that's gonna get to the top? Michael Reigns. Who's the real king of the independents? It's Edge, because he's not working. Female of the species, Sherry Bop. Let's look at the battleground here. El Majito performing well in Japan, and so's Lil Nate. Feud between Axel and GQ Smooth continues to rage against the dying of the night. Who are our fastest guys? Sanjay, El Majito, Jarrell Clark, Lil Nate. We've got a lot of high speed men doing high speed ops. Dunn's out with a knee injury, but he should be back soon. Expect to see a lot more of Jarrell Clark, GQ Smooth, and Axel Law. They are talents. Yep. Sophie continues to do a great underappreciated job behind the scenes. We've not had contact with free agent Izzy, that is darn for sure. Robert Thompson is a positive force backstage. CA locker room leader. Machito needs more experience, apparently. So Robert Thompson, apparently. I need to go back and check a couple things then. First of all, Robert Thompson, is he... I guess he's the oldest guy back here. Oh no, Katsushi Takamura is the oldest guy on the roster. At a decrepit 33 years old. Oh my. Also, they mentioned Izzy. I'm going to guess Izzy, whoever Izzy is going to be outside of our Kudo Hidaka. He works in open contracts. Insane Dragon. Guy's insane. Our promotion isn't big enough for him. Izzy. Wow, you're pretty good there. Izzy, you're unemployed and touring with Osaka Pro. Oh man, we are so nearly able to sign this guy. What if you took 9 grand as a main event heel? I can't sign you for 10 grand, friend. I just can't. I would love to, but I can't do it because you will ask for more money and I don't have it to give to you. Well, folks, Izzy. There's a thought. Put it in the back burner. For right now, though, this is Bobo the Vulture. This is another, well, let me go back to events here while I'm thinking about it and set Christmas Carnage to be the 29th. There we go. When we come back next time, folks, we will continue to, inch by inch, crawl our way through the small promotion ranks. Bye for right now, though, folks. Take care.